Did you know there's a remote tribe where women are not just beautiful, but they hold the power to choose their partners freely? Imagine a society where love, rather than arranged marriages, defines relationships. Welcome to the Kalash tribe, hidden deep in the mountains of Pakistan. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of the Kalash tribe. Nestled in the lush valleys of Bumbaret, Rumbar, and Bor, this small community is unlike any other. With a population of only 3,000 to 4,000 people, the Kalash are not just Pakistan's smallest ethnic minority, but they are also a fascinating testament to cultural resilience. In this video, we'll explore their shocking traditions, vibrant culture, and the incredible beauty of their women. Are you ready to uncover the mysteries of the Kalash? Let's jump right in. A glimpse into the Kalash lifestyle. In the remote mountains of Pakistan, the Kalash tribe lives in a stunning natural setting. Their villages are surrounded by breathtaking landscapes of towering peaks and lush green valleys. But it's not just the scenery that makes them unique. The Kalash women are known for their striking features, including fair skin and deep blue eyes. This is quite rare in Asia and adds to their allure. Known locally as sea fear, these blue eyes have sparked intrigue and fascination. What's the story behind this unusual trait? Some suggest a European lineage, possibly stemming from the soldiers of Alexander the Great, who might have settled in this area centuries ago. This historical connection not only enhances their mystique, but also enriches their cultural identity. Religion and beliefs. The Kalash hold on to religious practices that diverge significantly from the predominant Islamic traditions of Pakistan. They practice animism, worshipping various elements of nature. Their belief system revolves around spirits and gods, and they adhere to a unique set of traditions and rituals that often place them on the fringes of Pakistani society. This divergence is striking, especially considering the strong cultural and religious influences surrounding them. Imagine living in a predominantly Muslim country while embracing traditions that celebrate nature and ancient practices. Despite the pressures of Islamization, the Kalash have managed to retain their beliefs. This resistance is impressive and speaks volumes about their commitment to preserving their ancestral heritage. Gender equality and marital practices. In sharp contrast to many other communities in Pakistan, the Kalash enjoy a remarkably egalitarian society. Here, men and women share equal rights and responsibilities. Both genders attend the same schools and actively participate in daily activities together. But one of the most surprising aspects of their culture is their approach to marriage. Unlike the common practice of arranged marriages in other parts of Pakistan, the Kalash prioritize love in their unions. Marriages are based on mutual affection and desire, reflecting a modern approach in a traditional context. This not only empowers women, but also fosters a strong sense of community. The Kalash women can choose their partners freely, which is a shocking departure from the oppressive norms faced by women elsewhere in Pakistan. The freedom to choose. The progressive attitude towards marriage extends to divorce as well. Divorce is relatively common, and if a woman decides to leave her husband, he must respect her decision without contest. What's even more fascinating is that if a woman chooses to remarry, her new suitor must pay compensation to her ex-husband. This compensation often includes a monetary sum and gifts that can amount to twice the initial dowry. It's a unique and thoughtful way to ensure fairness and respect between partners. This flexible approach to relationships empowers Kalash women, allowing them to make choices without fear of retaliation or social stigma. Unique traditions and festivals. The Kalash celebrate their vibrant culture through a series of festivals that draw visitors from around the world. Among the most significant are the Chilam Joshi, Ucha, and Kamos festivals. Chilam Joshi, held in May, welcomes the spring and honors the women of the community. This festival is filled with music, dance, and celebrations that showcase the vitality of Kalash women. Ucha, marking the onset of autumn, and Kamos, celebrating winter, are also filled with joy and laughter. However, Kamos stands out as the most solemn and significant. During this festival, only adults who have mastered the complex Kalash traditions are allowed to participate. Those who are unfamiliar or deemed unfit must undergo purification rituals before they can join in. This emphasis on tradition ensures that the cultural heritage of the Kalash is preserved and respected. Rites of passage. In addition to their festivals, the Kalash have unique rites of passage that highlight their connection to nature. For instance, young boys are sent alone to live in the mountains with goats for a period. During this time, they rely solely on meat and milk for survival, testing their endurance and resilience. This rite of passage is essential for their acceptance into community festivals. At the same time, the women experience their own periods of seclusion during menstruation and after childbirth. They retreat to a structure called Basilini, located away from their usual homes. This period is marked by a strict ban on physical and social contact with their families. But interestingly, they can still send food until the isolation ends. These moments of solitude are not just physical. They offer women the chance to influence the tribe's social dynamics. They can start or end romantic relationships, even from a distance. The influence of nature and environment. The deep connection to nature is evident in every aspect of Kalash life. The tribe's practices reflect their respect for the environment, showcasing a harmony that many modern societies have lost. The Kalash women, known for their beauty, also embody strength and resilience. In this society, the line between men's and women's roles is blurred. They work side by side in the fields, sharing the labor and responsibilities of daily life. This level of cooperation fosters a strong community spirit, allowing them to thrive despite external challenges. Challenges of modernity. However, the Kalash are not immune to the pressures of the modern world. As globalization reaches even the most remote corners of the earth, the Kalash face challenges in maintaining their identity. Intermarriage with other communities, particularly Muslim men, can lead to cultural conflicts. Women who venture outside their tribal circle and return may face social isolation and exclusion from important cultural events. Despite their relatively liberated existence, traditional barriers still exist within their tribe. Women often bear the brunt of household responsibilities, while men engage in tasks requiring physical strength. This segregation, although less severe than in many parts of Pakistan, still highlights the lingering remnants of traditional gender roles. The beauty of Kalash culture. The Kalash women are not just symbols of beauty, they are also cultural icons. Their striking attire and intricate hairstyles blend tradition with modernity. Adorned in brightly colored garments, they showcase elaborate decorations that reflect their rich cultural heritage. Each piece of clothing tells a story, and every accessory is a testament to their artistic flair. Visitors are often captivated by their vibrant spirit and the enchanting landscapes of the Kalash Valley, aptly named the Valley of Fairies. This enchanting place draws tourists eager to experience the unique culture and breathtaking scenery. So, what do you think about the Kalash tribe? Isn't it fascinating how they manage to maintain their cultural identity amidst a rapidly changing world? The Kalash women, with their beauty and strength, embody a powerful narrative of resilience and tradition. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on the Kalash tribe and their unique way of life. Stay tuned for our next adventure, where we'll uncover more hidden gems around the globe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Did you know that winters in Russia can be even colder than Mars? Yes, you heard that right. While temperatures on the red planet hover around at 60 degrees Celsius, 76, some parts of Russia drop to a bone-chilling 67 degrees Celsius. But here's the real shocker. Despite the brutal cold, Russian hospitality is among the warmest in the world. A stranger might invite you into their home, offer you hot tea, and before you know it, you're sharing laughs over a table full of traditional Russian delicacies. And that's just the beginning. Russia is full of bizarre, mind-blowing facts that will change the way you see this country forever. A nation of women? Russia has such a high female-to-male ratio that many Russian women actively seek partners abroad. No, this isn't a myth, it's a demographic reality. A job for cats? Some Russian museums actually employ cats as full-time staff to guard their priceless collections against mice. Imagine walking into a historic palace and seeing a cat with an official ID badge. The world's most stunning metro? Moscow's underground isn't just a metro, it's a masterpiece. With golden chandeliers, marble walls, and intricate mosaics, some stations look more like royal palaces than public transport hubs. And trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So are you ready to uncover Russia's wildest, most fascinating secrets? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you think about this country. Let's dive in right now. Russia, the largest and most extreme country on Earth. What if I told you there's a country so big that it spans 11 time zones, covers 17.1 million square kilometers, and is actually larger than Pluto? Sounds insane, right? But that's Russia for you. An entire world in itself. And here's something even crazier. At any given moment, people in one part of Russia are experiencing sunrise, while others are watching the sunset. Imagine having breakfast in Moscow while someone in Vladivostok is getting ready for bed. But Russia's size isn't its only extreme feature. This country is home to some of the most brutal climates on the planet. In the remote Siberian village of Vientiane, temperatures can drop to -71.2 degrees, -96.2 degrees, making it the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. To put that into perspective, that's even colder than the average temperature on Mars, which is around 63 degrees, 81 degrees Celsius. Yet despite the freezing temperatures, life goes on. The people of Vientiane have mastered the art of survival, wearing fur-lined clothing, living in heated underground houses, and even keeping their car engines running 24/7 to prevent them from freezing solid. But wait, Russia isn't just about icy wastelands. It also has the opposite extreme. In the southern city of Sochi, summer temperatures can soar above 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Known as the Russian Riviera, this Black Sea resort town is lined with palm trees and stunning beaches. Hard to believe, right? One country, two completely opposite climates. You could be freezing in Siberia in the morning and swimming in the Black Sea in the afternoon. That's Russia for you. And when it comes to natural wonders, Russia is unmatched. One of its greatest treasures is Lake Baikal, the deepest, oldest, and clearest freshwater lake in the world. It contains 20% of the Earth's unfrozen freshwater, which is more than all of North America's Great Lakes combined. But here's where it gets truly magical. In winter, Lake Baikal transforms into a mesmerizing frozen wonderland. The ice is so crystal clear that you can see deep beneath the surface, making it feel like you're walking on air. And if you drop a stone on the ice, you'll hear a futuristic laser-like sound as it skates across the frozen surface. It's one of the most surreal natural phenomena in the world. And if that's not extreme enough, Russia is also home to active volcanoes, the longest railway line in the world, and vast, unexplored Arctic tundras where polar bears roam freely. It's a land where nature's power is on full display, untamed, unpredictable, and absolutely breathtaking. Russia isn't just a country, it's an entire world of extremes waiting to be explored. And trust me, what we've just uncovered is only the beginning. So would you dare to visit the coldest place on Earth, or would you rather sunbathe on Russia's tropical beaches? Let me know in the comments below. The strangest things you'll only find in Russia. You think Russia is just snow and vodka? Think again. This country has working cats, underground palaces, and a town where twins are mysteriously born at twice the global rate. And trust me, what's coming next is even crazier. Cats with jobs in museums. At the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, dozens of cats have been officially employed for over 250 years to guard valuable artworks from mice. These feline employees live in the museum, are taken care of by dedicated staff, and even have their own press secretary. Tourists from around the world visit just to catch a glimpse of these four-legged protectors of Russian art. A subway system that looks like a palace. The Moscow Metro is not just a transit system, it's an underground architectural wonder. Some stations, like Komsomolskaya and Mayakovskaya, feature grand chandeliers, intricate mosaics, and stunning marble columns. It's so deep underground that during World War II, it was used as a bomb shelter. Today, it remains one of the busiest and most beautiful subway systems in the world. Stepping inside feels like entering a royal palace beneath the streets. More women than men. Russia has around 11 million more women than men, making it one of the most female-dominated populations in the world. This imbalance is a result of historical wars, especially World War II, where millions of Russian men lost their lives. As a result, many Russian women seek partners abroad, using international dating apps to connect with men from Europe, the US, and beyond. A town where twins are born at an unbelievable rate. In the village of Denisovka, the birth rate of twins is twice the global average. Scientists are still baffled by this phenomenon, with theories ranging from genetics to diet and environmental factors. Could there be something in the water? Vodka, but not just for drinking. Russians don't just drink vodka, they use it for everything. From medicinal purposes, cleaning wounds, preventing frostbite, to even starting car engines in freezing temperatures, vodka is considered a miracle liquid in Russian households. The longest railway line in the world. The Trans-Siberian Railway stretches 9,289 kilometers, 5,772 miles across Russia from Moscow to Vladivostok. A full journey on this train means traveling for 7 days non-stop, crossing 8 time zones and witnessing everything from snowy forests to vast steppes. It's not just a train ride, it's one of the most epic journeys on Earth. Ice swimming in the middle of winter. Imagine jumping into freezing water when it's 20 degrees Celsius minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. In Russia, some people celebrate Epiphany, a religious holiday, by cutting holes in frozen lakes and diving into icy waters. This tradition, known as Kreshchenia, is believed to purify the soul and bring good health. Would you dare to try it? Russia is full of astonishing traditions, mind-blowing records, and extreme landscapes that make it one of the most unique places on Earth. And the deeper you dig, the more fascinating it gets. So tell me, which of these Russian facts surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Russian people and culture. In Russia, smiling at a stranger might get you a weird look. But does this mean Russians are unfriendly? The truth will surprise you. A culture of reserved smiles, but deep friendships. Russians don't typically smile at people they don't know, and this often confuses tourists. But here's the thing. A Russian smile is always genuine. They don't smile just for politeness. When they do, it means they truly feel happy or respect you. If you make a Russian friend, you'll gain a loyal companion for life. Someone who will stand by your side no matter what. Hospitality like nowhere else. If you're invited into a Russian home, prepare yourself, because you won't leave hungry. In Russian culture, a well-filled table is a symbol of hospitality. From steaming bowls of borscht beet soup to delicious pelmeni dumplings, Russian meals are rich, hearty, and endless. Guests are expected to eat as much as possible, and refusing food can even be seen as impolite. Carpets on the walls? Here's why. Ever notice those large, ornate carpets hanging on the walls in Russian homes? It's not just decoration. This tradition dates back to Soviet times when apartment walls were thin, cold, and lacked soundproofing. Even today, many Russian homes keep this nostalgic practice alive, turning their carpets into both a piece of history and a cozy tradition. A nation of art, music, and literature. Russia isn't just about cold weather and strong vodka, it's a land of legendary art, music, and literature. Names like Leo Tolstoy, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Tchaikovsky are known worldwide. Russian ballet, classical music, and literature continue to be celebrated across the globe. Even today, Moscow and St. Petersburg are hubs of world-class theaters, orchestras, and art galleries. Russia's culture is as deep and vast as the country itself, full of traditions, warmth, and artistic heritage that make it truly unique. But now comes the real question. Would you survive a Russian feast where saying no to more food is not an option? Let us know in the comments. Vodka, Russia's legendary drink. Think you can outdrink a Russian? Think again. In Russia, vodka isn't just a drink, it's a way of life. More than just a beverage. In Russia, vodka is deeply woven into the fabric of society. The average Russian drinks 6.3 shots per week, almost double the amount consumed by Americans. But vodka isn't just for drinking, it's also used for medicinal purposes, disinfecting wounds, and even keeping warm in extreme cold. Vodka and Russian traditions. No Russian celebration is complete without vodka. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, funeral, or national holiday, a bottle of vodka is always on the table. Russian feasts, known as zastolye, are famous for their elaborate toasts, where heartfelt speeches are given before everyone drinks together. Refusing a shot at these gatherings? That's a serious social faux pas. The golden rules of drinking vodka. Russians follow strict traditions when it comes to vodka. Bottoms-up rule. Once you pour a shot, you must drink it in one go. Sipping is a sign of weakness. Never put an unfinished bottle back on the table. If you open it, you finish it, then set it aside. Always pair vodka with food. The classic choice: pickles, dark rye bread, or salted herring. These snacks help balance the strong alcohol and are an essential part of the experience. Vodka in war and politics. Vodka isn't just for celebrations. It has played a major role in Russia's economy and history. The Tsars and Soviet leaders used vodka as a way to generate massive state revenue. During World War II, Red Army soldiers were given a daily 100-gram vodka ration, known as Commissar's 100 grams, to boost morale and keep warm in freezing battlefields. Vodka's surprising uses. Beyond drinking, vodka is a multi-purpose miracle liquid in Russia. It's used to disinfect wounds and prevent infections, cure colds by mixing with black pepper, keep warm. Some Russians even rub vodka on their skin in extreme cold. Start car engines in freezing temperatures. Yes, really. The Russian government's crackdown on vodka. In recent years, the government has introduced strict regulations to combat alcoholism, limiting vodka sales and advertising. But despite these efforts, vodka remains an unshakable symbol of Russian culture, resilience, and celebration. Can you handle a Russian drinking challenge? If you ever visit Russia, be prepared for a vodka experience like no other. But remember, drinking with Russians is a marathon, not a sprint. Would you dare take on a Russian drinking challenge? Or have you ever tried vodka the Russian way? Let us know in the comments below. And trust me, what's coming next is even crazier, so make sure you're subscribed and ready for our next adventure. Mind-blowing facts about Russia. Russia is a land of extremes. What if I told you it has a railway longer than some countries, a town colder than Mars, and a hidden underground city that may or may not exist? Let's dive in. A train ride that takes an entire week. The Trans-Siberian Railway spans 9,289 kilometers, crossing 8 time zones from Moscow to Vladivostok. If you take this train, the journey will last an entire week. But what's truly fascinating is the scenery you'll witness, from snow-covered Siberian forests to the endless grasslands of Mongolia. Some train cars even have luxury cabins, fine dining, and onboard showers, making it a journey of a lifetime. Pipelines that could wrap around Earth. Russia's oil and gas pipelines stretch over 29,900 kilometers, long enough to wrap around the Earth more than 6 times. This massive network supplies energy to both Russian cities and many European countries, making Russia one of the largest energy exporters in the world. A woman who gave birth to 69 children? Russia has the highest birth rate of twins in the world. In the 18th century, a Russian woman named Valentina Vasilyeva gave birth to an astonishing 69 children, a record that has never been broken. Her children included 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Even today, some Russian villages have an abnormally high rate of twin births, leaving scientists puzzled about whether genetics, diet, or environmental factors play a role. The coldest inhabited place on Earth. Welcome to Vientiane, a village where temperatures can drop to -71.2 degrees Celsius, -96.2 degrees, colder than Mars. Despite this extreme cold, 500 people still live there year-round. They keep their cars running all day, eat a diet rich in frozen fish and reindeer meat, and even live without running water, as pipes would freeze instantly. Their lifestyle is a true testament to human resilience. Russia's own Atlantis, a lake that disappears. Lake Svetloyar, also known as Russia's Atlantis, mysteriously drains and refills itself without any apparent connection to underground rivers. According to local legend, an ancient city lies beneath the lake, swallowed whole as divine punishment. Scientists are still puzzled by this strange hydrological cycle. A secret underground city beneath Moscow? The Metro 2, a rumored hidden subway system, is believed to run parallel to the Moscow Metro and was allegedly built during the Cold War as a bunker system for government officials. While the Russian government denies its existence, former Soviet officers have claimed it is 4 times longer than the public metro system, connecting important locations like the Kremlin, the Federal Security Service, and underground military facilities. Is it real? No one knows for sure. A lake with its own unique creatures. Lake Baikal is not only the world's deepest freshwater lake, but it also has a one-of-a-kind ecosystem. Scientists have discovered hundreds of species found nowhere else on Earth, including the Baikal seal, the only freshwater seal species in the world. Some researchers even believe the lake could contain bacteria capable of breaking down oil spills, making it a potential key player in environmental cleanup efforts. Russia is bigger than Pluto. With a land area of 17.1 million square kilometers, Russia is actually larger than the surface area of the dwarf planet Pluto, 16.6 million kilometers. If Russia were its own continent, it would be the 7th largest in the world after Antarctica. A river that flows backward. The Ob River, one of Russia's longest, actually reversed its flow due to massive dam constructions. This bizarre phenomenon is one of the few instances in the world where a river has been forced to change direction because of human intervention. Russia is full of astonishing records, extreme landscapes, and incredible mysteries. But here's the real question. Which of these facts shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments below. And trust me, this is just the beginning, so subscribe now and stay tuned for even crazier discoveries. Russia isn't just a country, it's an entire world of extremes, contrasts, and surprises waiting to be explored. But here's the real question. Would you dare to swim in an icy lake or brave the coldest inhabited place on Earth? Let us know in the comments below. What shocked you the most about Russia? Was it the underground palaces? The mysterious twin town? Or maybe the fact that vodka can even start a car? We want to hear from you. And trust me, our next destination is even more mind-blowing. So make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on. You won't want to miss what's coming next. See you on the next adventure. Did you know that Laos, a small but stunning country in the heart of Southeast Asia, was once known as the land of a million elephants? But that's just the start of its incredible secrets. Picture this. You're standing in the middle of a vast plain, surrounded by thousands of giant stone jars, each weighing several tons. No one knows where they came from or why they're there. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, it's real. And it's just one of the many wonders waiting for you in Laos. From ancient temples shrouded in mystery to breathtaking waterfalls and bustling markets bursting with color, Laos is a treasure trove of surprises. Ready to uncover the 15 most fascinating facts about this enchanting country? Trust me, you won't want to miss this journey. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into the magic of Laos together. The heart of Indochina. Laos, the hidden gem of Indochina. Did you know that Laos is the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia, yet it's surrounded by some of the most breathtaking landscapes you'll ever see? Nestled in the heart of the Indochinese Peninsula, this hidden gem is bordered by 5 countries: China, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. But what makes Laos truly unique? Imagine a land where the mighty Mekong River carves its way through lush mountains, creating the stunning Siphon Don region, while the Annamite Range stands guard along the eastern border. With an area of 236,800 square kilometers, slightly smaller than Oregon, Laos is a paradise of rugged mountains, serene plains, and vibrant plateaus. Here's something you might not expect. Despite its modest population of 7.77 million people, Laos is home to over 49 ethnic communities, each with its own language, traditions, and customs. And guess what? It's also one of the safest countries in Southeast Asia, with a crime rate so low that you can explore its wonders without a worry. Whether you're trekking through its misty mountains or cruising along the Mekong, Laos promises an adventure like no other. Ready to uncover more about this enchanting land? Let's dive in. Laotian women, beauty, grace, and tradition. Have you ever wondered what makes Laotian women so captivating? In the West, beauty often means tanned skin and athletic bodies, but in Laos, it's all about natural elegance. Thanks to the tropical climate and a healthy diet, Laotian women rarely need heavy makeup. Their naturally rosy skin, large expressive eyes, and gentle smiles radiate sincerity and warmth. They move with a calm, unhurried grace that instantly draws people in. Family and tradition are at the heart of their lives. Laotian women are deeply respectful, skilled caregivers, and always polite and gracious. These qualities make them not just ideal partners in Laos, but also admired by foreigners. But here's the twist. Laotian women are not just traditional, they're modern too. Today, they excel in academics, build successful careers, and embrace progressive ideas while holding on to their cultural roots. You'll see them in Vientiane, dressed in traditional sin skirts, chatting and laughing with friends. They're also eager to share their culture with visitors, often guiding them with enthusiasm and warmth. And here's something you might not know. More Laotian women are now open to marrying foreigners. But there's a catch. You'll have to become a monk before marrying a Laotian girl. Curious to know more? Comment with 7 exclamation marks below. Or, if you want tips on how to connect with Laotian women through dating apps and win their hearts, comment with the number 8. Let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of Laotian women. Life in Vientiane, a hidden gem for expats. Imagine living in a city where the Mekong River flows gently, the pace of life is relaxed, and the cost of living is surprisingly affordable. Welcome to Vientiane, the charming capital of Laos. Covering 3,920 square kilometers, Vientiane boasts a tropical monsoon climate, so don't forget your umbrella if you visit during the rainy season. One of the city's most iconic landmarks is the Patuxai, a majestic monument inspired by the Arc de Triomphe, but infused with Lao architectural elements and Buddhist Hindu symbolism. Climb to its observation deck for a breathtaking panoramic view of the city, especially at sunset. While Vientiane may not be as bustling as other capitals, it has a unique charm. Riverside restaurants offer a perfect spot to unwind, with traditional and international music filling the air. The night market is a must-visit, where you can shop for handmade crafts and savor delicious street food. And don't miss the coffee. Lao coffee is thick, rich, and served in tiny cups, so strong that one American tourist reportedly stayed awake for 3 days after just 2 cups. Would you dare to try it? Comment with the number 5 below if you're up for the challenge. Vientiane is also a hub for expats, attracting foreigners with its affordable living costs, rich culture, and friendly locals. Many Vietnamese have settled here, running restaurants, shops, and contributing to the city's vibrant cultural blend. Expats often connect through Facebook groups like Expats in Laos, Internations, or LinkedIn, creating a tight-knit community. Whether you're here for work or adventure, Vientiane offers a unique lifestyle that's hard to resist. Ready to explore more? Let's dive into the expat life in Vientiane. Becoming a monk before marriage, a unique Laotian tradition. In the West, a man might prove his maturity by landing a good job or buying a house. But in Laos, there's a completely different rite of passage, becoming a monk. Yes, you heard that right. Before getting married, many Laotian men shave their heads, don the monk's robe, and live a monastic life. According to Theravada Buddhist tradition, this practice is seen as essential for true maturity. Young men spend anywhere from a few weeks to several months, or even a year, living in a temple. They renounce personal possessions, follow a strict daily routine, and engage in sacred rituals like chanting, meditation, and almsgiving. But here's the fascinating part. This tradition isn't just about the men. When a boy becomes a monk, it's believed that his parents also gain spiritual merit, bringing blessings to the entire family. For many Laotians, this isn't just a tradition, it's a life-changing milestone. And for Laotian women, a man who has spent time as a monk is seen as more patient, attentive, and understanding, qualities that make him an ideal husband and father. Imagine that, a spiritual journey that shapes not just the man, but his future family too. Would you take on this challenge for love? Let us know in the comments below. Bun Pi Mai, the electrifying Lao New Year. Imagine walking down the bustling streets of Laos in mid-April, the sun beating down, the air thick with tropical heat. Suddenly, splash! A bucket of ice-cold water drenches you from head to toe. Laughter erupts around you as a group of smiling locals cheer and hand you a bucket to join in. Welcome to Bun Pi Mai, Laos' most exhilarating festival. Much like Thailand's famous Songkran, Bun Pi Mai is the Lao New Year celebration, a time for renewal, gratitude, and absolute water-soaked mayhem. But this is more than just a festival. It's a cultural phenomenon that blends fun, tradition, and deep spiritual meaning. The symbolism of water, it's more than just a splash. At first glance, Bun Pi Mai might seem like just an excuse for a massive water fight, but every splash carries a deeper meaning. Water in Lao culture represents purification, washing away the misfortunes, sins, and negative energies of the past year to welcome a fresh start filled with prosperity and happiness. That's why during these 3 days of celebration, the more water you get drenched with, the luckier you'll be in the coming year. Locals truly believe this, so don't be surprised if they gleefully soak you without warning. The unstoppable water war. Resistance is futile. From the break of dawn until nightfall, the streets turn into chaotic water battlegrounds. Armed with buckets, water guns, and even hoses, people of all ages engage in playful water fights. Youngsters ride on the back of trucks, drenching pedestrians as they pass. Children giggle as they throw water balloons at strangers. Even the elderly join in, laughing as they gently sprinkle water on passers-by. And here's the unspoken rule: no one is safe. Whether you're a tourist, a monk, or even a police officer, you will get wet. So, if you plan on stepping outside, you might as well embrace the chaos and join the fun. But be warned, some locals love to add a little surprise by throwing ice-cold water straight from the fridge. It's all in good spirits, but that first splash will definitely wake you up. Beyond the water fights, the spiritual heart of Bun Pi Mai. While the streets are wild, temples offer a serene contrast. During Bun Pi Mai, families visit Buddhist temples to pour scented water over sacred Buddha statues. This ritual, known as bathing the Buddha, symbolizes cleansing the soul and seeking blessings for the year ahead. Monks chant prayers, devotees make offerings, and the air is filled with the aroma of jasmine-infused holy water. It's a peaceful, reflective moment amidst the excitement. At home, Lao families also perform a special cleansing ceremony by gently pouring water over the hands of elders, parents, and respected community members. This act, called Sok Nam Phi, is a way of expressing gratitude and receiving their blessings for the future. The magic of nightfall, lanterns, birds, and wishes. As the sun sets, Bun Pi Mai transforms into a festival of light and hope. Thousands of lanterns float up into the dark sky, flickering like stars, carrying the wishes of the Lao people. Another beautiful tradition is the release of birds and fish into nature. People believe that setting animals free brings good karma and ensures a prosperous year ahead. It's a breathtaking sight, tiny birds soaring into the sky, symbolizing freedom, renewal, and the endless possibilities of the new year. The ultimate tourist experience. Are you ready to get soaked? If you're visiting Laos during Bun Pi Mai, prepare to be part of one of the wildest, most unforgettable celebrations of your life. Wear lightweight clothes, because you will be wet all day. Protect your electronics. Waterproof bags are your best friend. Smile and embrace the fun. Getting splashed means you're being welcomed with good fortune. So, are you ready to get drenched in luck, laughter, and Lao culture? Let us know in the comments. Would you survive a full day of Bun Pi Mai? Beer Lao, Asia's most beloved beer. Imagine this. You're sitting by the serene Mekong River, a cool evening breeze brushing past. In your hand, a perfectly chilled bottle of Beer Lao, golden, crisp, and refreshing. As you take a sip, the smooth, slightly sweet taste lingers on your palate. Welcome to Laos, the home of one of Asia's finest beers. What makes Beer Lao so special? Unlike Western beers that primarily use barley, Beer Lao has a secret ingredient that sets it apart: jasmine rice. This unique, sticky and fragrant rice, grown exclusively in Laos, gives Beer Lao its signature light yet rich flavor. But that's not all. High-quality hops from Germany and yeast from France are expertly blended into the brew, creating a beer that is crisp and refreshing, perfect for hot tropical days. Slightly sweet with a smooth finish, making it dangerously easy to drink. Rich yet light-bodied, ideal for slow sipping and long conversations. It's no wonder Beer Lao has become the ultimate beer companion. Whether you're a traveler exploring Laos or a local enjoying a laid-back evening with friends. Drinking culture in Laos, it's all about connection. Drinking culture in Laos, it's all about connection. Picture this: a group of friends sitting on low plastic stools, a few plates of tam makhun, spicy papaya salad, lap, minced meat salad, and sizzling grilled meats spread across the table. A single Beer Lao bottle is passed around, each person taking a sip before refilling their glass and sharing a toast. It's not about drinking to get drunk, it's about bonding, storytelling, and laughter. Beer Lao's rise to global fame. Beer Lao isn't just a local favorite. It has gone international, with exports to over 20 countries including the US, UK, France, and Japan. Beer Lao has earned a reputation as one of the finest beers in Asia. Award-winning taste. Beer Lao has won multiple international beer awards, proving that this Laotian brew can hold its own against global giants. A must-try for travelers. Many tourists visiting Laos fall in love with its unique taste and bring bottles home as souvenirs. Laotian women and beer, breaking stereotypes. In many cultures, drinking beer is often associated with men. But in Laos, women enjoy Beer Lao just as much, gracefully, confidently, and without judgment. While you won't see wild drinking contests, Laotian women are more relaxed about raising a glass and joining in the celebrations. Here, drinking isn't about excess. It's about enjoying the moment, embracing friendships, and feeling the warmth of Lao hospitality. Are you ready to taste Laos in a bottle? Whether you're a casual beer drinker or a craft beer enthusiast, Beer Lao is a must-try. It captures the essence of Laos, smooth, welcoming, and full of character. So, have you ever tried Beer Lao? If yes, comment with the number 6 and let us know what you think. If not, would you give it a try? Mom-style son-in-law, the ultimate test for a groom. Imagine this. You've just married the love of your life. But instead of starting a new life together in your own home, you now belong to her family. For the next few months, or even years, you must live under your in-laws' roof, follow their customs, work in their fields, and prove yourself worthy. Sounds intense? Well, welcome to the Hmong tradition of the son-in-law's stay. A unique and deeply meaningful rite of passage in the heart of Laos. Who are the Hmong? The Hmong people are one of Laos' most distinct ethnic minority groups, known for their vibrant traditions, resilience, and unique way of life. Their villages are often nestled in the misty mountains, where families live in harmony with nature, farming the land and preserving centuries-old customs. Hmong women are admired for their beauty and grace. They wear colorful, intricately embroidered clothing, a symbol of their craftsmanship and deep cultural pride. Beyond their outward beauty, they are strong, resourceful, and deeply devoted to family traditions. But if a man wants to marry a Hmong woman, he must pass one of the toughest cultural tests in Laos: the trial of the son-in-law's stay. In most cultures, after marriage, the bride traditionally moves into the groom's family home. But in Hmong culture, it's the opposite. A newlywed man must move into his wife's family home and prove himself through hard work, patience, and commitment. What does this test involve? Waking up at dawn to work in the fields, planting and harvesting crops, taking care of livestock, feeding chickens, tending to pigs, and sometimes even herding cattle, helping with housework, repairs, and building new structures, learning the Hmong language, customs, and traditions, ensuring he becomes a true part of the community. This is not just a tradition, it's a challenge of character. The in-laws closely observe the new son-in-law. Is he hardworking? Is he respectful to elders? Does he take responsibility for his new family? If he fails to meet their expectations, the marriage could be reconsidered. But if he succeeds, he earns the family's full respect and acceptance. Why this tradition matters? At first glance, this might seem like an old-fashioned or difficult custom, but in reality, it strengthens the bond between families. Instead of a young woman leaving everything behind, the groom immerses himself in her world, building relationships with her parents and siblings. It also teaches valuable life lessons: patience, humility, and hard work. By the time the son-in-law completes this phase, he is not just a husband, he is a trusted and proven member of the family. Would you pass the test? In today's world, fewer young Mon men follow this tradition strictly, but it still holds a deep place in their culture. So, what do you think? Could you handle the challenge of being a Hmong-style son-in-law? Would you embrace this test of dedication? Or would you find it too intense? Comment below and let us know, would you survive this tradition? The Plain of Jars. Ancient mysteries in the heart of Laos, nestled among the rolling hills of Shenquan Province, the Plain of Jars is one of the most mysterious archaeological sites in Southeast Asia. Spanning several districts, including Phon Savan, Paik, and Kham, this area contains over 1,960 gigantic stone jars scattered haphazardly, creating a surreal and captivating landscape. These jars date back to around 500 BC to 500 AD, varying in size from 1 to 2.75 meters tall and weighing several tons. Carved from solid stone blocks, most jars are hollow with openings that are round, square, or elliptical. Notably, most jars lack lids, some standing firmly on the ground while others are partially buried. The theories about their origin are diverse. Some believe they were used for water storage during dry seasons, while others think they were involved in ancient burial rituals, as human remains and burial goods have been discovered in the area. Although the answers remain a mystery, the Plain of Jars continues to attract archaeologists and curious tourists from around the world. In 2019, this site was recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage Site. Food in Laos. If Thai cuisine is famous for its sour and spicy flavors, Lao cuisine offers a delicate balance of tastes. When you visit Laos, be sure to try larb, or lap, a dish made from minced meat mixed with fish sauce, lime, chili, and herbs like mint, cilantro, and green onions. This is the national dish of the land of a million elephants, regarded as a lucky food that locals often gift each other during festive occasions. Or lamb is a spicy stew originating from Luang Prabang, primarily made with vegetables like beans, eggplant, lemongrass, basil, mushrooms, and various herbs and chilies, along with maksakan, a local spicy plant. They are quite fibrous, so you can chew on the maksakan to enjoy its flavor and then discard the residue. Additionally, this dish can be cooked with meats like beef, chicken, or buffalo to enhance its flavor. A perfect pairing with this dish is sticky rice. Another must-try dish is khao piak sen, also known as Lao noodle soup. Many international tourists rate this dish as the perfect first meal to start any culinary journey. You can find this dish at almost any street corner, as khao piak sen is quite popular among locals. The uniqueness of this dish lies in its thick and chewy rice noodles, served in a broth filled with chicken or pork. Luang Prabang Night Market. Can you believe there's a place where you can find unique items that reflect your personality and aesthetic tastes? Let's head to the Luang Prabang Night Market. Starting around 5 p.m., Sisavong Vong Street, the main road in the old town, transforms into a vibrant market, illuminated with lights, stretching from the Royal Palace to the confluence of the Mekong and Nam Kong rivers. Colorful stalls sell hand-woven fabrics, traditional bags, silver jewelry, paper lanterns, and handicrafts from ethnic minorities, allowing you to explore and shop for traditional Lao handicrafts like silk textiles, wooden carvings, silver jewelry, and souvenirs. Besides shopping, you'll have the chance to explore the rich culinary world of Laos. Street vendors serve a plethora of delicious dishes like Lao sticky rice, lop, minced meat salad, papaya salad, Lao noodles, and fragrant grilled foods. If you buy items here, be sure to bargain for better prices and be cautious of fake or imitation products, especially for high-value items. Keep in mind that the night market can get quite crowded, so be mindful of your belongings to avoid theft. The night market is a fantastic place to enjoy Laos specialties, so don't hesitate to try new dishes. In addition to the night market, another unique cultural aspect of Luang Prabang is the morning almsgiving ritual. Around 4:30 to 6:30 a.m., as dawn breaks, locals respectfully offer gifts to the monks in their saffron robes, creating a serene and sacred atmosphere, a must-see experience for tourists. Vientiane, a mini Bangkok. Vientiane is an undiscovered gem located along the Mekong River. What makes Vientiane special is the blend of ancient traditions and modern life. When you visit Vientiane, you cannot miss that luang, a sacred religious structure with unique architecture that symbolizes the nation of Laos. Strolling around temples like Wat Si Saket, you'll be amazed by the tranquility, the Buddha statues, and don't forget to visit Patuxai, a victory monument resembling a smaller version of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Not only does Vientiane boast cultural relics, but it also features stunning natural landscapes. The Mekong River at sunset creates an indescribable scene. At riverside cafes, you can enjoy traditional dishes like larb or Lao sticky rice, immersing yourself in a gentle atmosphere while savoring the unique flavors of this country. Unique traditional clothing in Laos. If you think that traditional clothing in each country has a clear distinction between men and women, then in Laos, you might reconsider. Laotian traditional attire not only showcases elegance but also reflects harmony and sophistication in their culture. Laotian women stand out in their sin, a long skirt made from silk or hand-woven fabric, often adorned with beautiful patterns and vibrant colors. The sin is paired with a modest blouse, creating an elegant and formal look. Laotian men typically wear salong, a type of long wraparound pants paired with long-sleeved shirts, creating a simple yet stylish appearance. What's special is that Laotian clothing is not just attire. It symbolizes respect for history and traditional cultural values. People often wear sarongs, traditional skirts for work or daily errands, especially during festivals. These outfits take on even more significance. Laos takes pride not just in these garments, but also in the community connections woven into every stitch, with each pattern and color telling the story of their people. Where hospitality becomes identity. Do you want to explore a country where hospitality is valued above all? When you arrive in Laos, you can easily feel the sincerity and warmth in how the locals greet strangers. Friendly smiles, openness, and willingness to help make tourists feel at home. Laotians also love music and dance, especially the Lam Vong, a traditional group dance that embodies community bonding. During parties or festivals, locals and tourists often join together in rhythmic dances, moving their hands gently in a circle, creating a joyful and warm atmosphere. They often say, "Ba pen yang," meaning it's okay. There's a story of an American who came to Laos for business, but quickly became frustrated after taking 2 months just to open a bank account due to the employee's relaxed attitude. Cost of living in Laos. Can you live here for $600 a month? Imagine this. You wake up in a cozy apartment in Vientiane, step out onto your balcony, and feel the morning breeze from the Mekong River. The streets below are alive with the scent of fresh noodles simmering in broth, the gentle hum of tuk-tuks, and the relaxed pace of Lao life. But here's the real question. How much does it cost to live in this Southeast Asian paradise? Well, you might be surprised, because Laos is one of the most affordable places to live in the world. Let's break it down. Housing, your home in Laos. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the heart of Vientiane will set you back about $300 to $500 per month. But if you don't mind living a bit further from the city center, you can find a comfortable place for just $200 to $350 per month. That's cheaper than a gym membership in some Western cities. And if you're really looking to save, sharing a house or renting a room in a local neighborhood can cost as little as $100 per month. Daily expenses, eating well for less. One of the best things about living in Laos, you can eat like a king on a budget. Street food meals, just $1 to $3 for a plate of delicious lap, minced meat salad, khao piak sen, Lao noodle soup, or a full serving of sticky rice and grilled meats. Cooking at home, fresh produce from the local markets will only set you back $100 to $200 per month. Coffee culture. A cup of strong, syrupy Lao coffee costs around $50 to $1, cheaper than a bottle of water in some countries. Getting around, the tuk-tuk life. Public transportation in Laos is, well, let's just say it's limited. But don't worry, locals get around using tuk-tuks and shared taxis jumbo, $1 to $3 per ride. Motorbike rental, $60 to $100 per month, plus fuel, which is super cheap. Bicycle? If you're up for an adventure, a bike costs less than $50 to own, and it's a great way to explore the city at your own pace. Other expenses. The little things matter. Gym memberships, $20 to $50 per month, or just jog along the Mekong for free. Dental checkups, $10 to $30? Yes, that cheap. Entertainment. Local bars, karaoke, and movies cost a fraction of what you'd pay in the West. Total cost. Can you live here for $600 a month? Depending on your lifestyle, you can live very comfortably in Laos for $600 to $1,000 per month. Budget lifestyle, local food, shared housing, public transport, $600 a month. Mid-range lifestyle, private apartment, mix of local and Western food, some travel, $800 a month. Luxury lifestyle, high-end apartment, dining out, daily travel, intermittent, draws $1,200 plus month. Visa options, how long can you stay? Tourist visa, $30 to $50, apply online or at the embassy. Visa extension, $2 per day for an additional 30 days. Business visa, $200 to $500 per year, requires company sponsorship. Work visa, based on job contracts, available for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Would you move to Laos? Let's settle the debate. So, could you live in Laos for $600 a month? Yes, I'm packing my bags. No way, I need my luxuries. Drop your answer in the comments, and let's see how many of you would trade your high-cost life for the slow, affordable paradise of Laos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on the next adventure. The land of a million elephants, a legacy fading or thriving. When you think of Laos, what comes to mind? Ancient temples, the mighty Mekong River, or perhaps a land where elephants once roamed freely, symbolizing power, prosperity, and deep spiritual connection? For centuries, Laos was known as Lan Shang, the land of a million elephants. This majestic title was bestowed by King Fangum in the 14th century, reflecting the vast number of elephants that once roamed the lush landscapes of Laos. The royal status of elephants. In Europe, kings rode horses, but in Laos, the great rulers rode elephants, a symbol of strength and divine power. White elephants, in particular, were considered sacred, believed to bring good fortune and legitimacy to the throne. Having white elephants in the royal court was seen as a sign of divine favor, much like a celestial blessing upon the land. Beyond their royal significance, elephants played a crucial role in everyday Lao life, from helping farmers plow fields to carrying goods through dense jungles. These gentle giants weren't just animals, they were trusted companions, warriors in battle, and the heart of Lao culture. The Elephant Festival, a tribute to a sacred bond. Even today, Laos honors its elephants with the annual Elephant Festival in Seychelles. This grand event isn't just a celebration, it's a heartfelt tribute to the deep connection between humans and elephants. What happens at the festival? Dozens of elephants, beautifully adorned, march through the town in a grand parade. Traditional rituals are performed to bless and honor these gentle giants. Mahouts, elephant caretakers, showcase the unbreakable bond between human and elephant, built through trust, respect, and years of companionship. Cultural performances, music, and dance bring the ancient legends of elephants to life. It's a breathtaking event that reminds the world of Laos' sacred connection to these magnificent creatures. A love story written in the stars. But beyond the power and prestige, elephants in Laos are also woven into romantic legends. One of the most famous is the tale of Nong Keo and Com Vien, a story of love, fate, and devotion that ties the destiny of humans and elephants together. Would you like to hear this enchanting tale? If so, comment with the number 9 and we'll unveil this beautiful Lao love story in a future video. A future without elephants? The uncertain fate of Lan Xang. Sadly, the title Land of a Million Elephants is now more legend than reality. Over the centuries, war, habitat loss, and modernization have drastically reduced the elephant population. Today, fewer than 800 elephants remain in Laos, a stark contrast to the kingdom's former glory. But hope is not lost. Conservation efforts, sanctuaries, and local initiatives are fighting to preserve and protect Laos's most sacred animals. The question remains, will Laos reclaim its title as the land of a million elephants? Or will these majestic creatures fade into history? What fascinated you the most? Let's keep the conversation going. We've explored 15 mind-blowing facts about Laos, from its awe-inspiring landscapes to its unique traditions and deep-rooted culture. But now, we want to hear from you. Which facts surprised you the most? What are your thoughts on the future of Laos elephants? Have you ever visited Laos, or is it on your bucket list? Comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us uncover more fascinating stories from around the world. See you in the next adventure. Imagine this. You wake up to the sound of waves crashing on a pristine beach, or the serene view of a majestic mountain range. Best part? You're living in a country where you don't need a visa. The cost of living is dirt cheap, and you can get permanent residency almost instantly. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not. Today, we're revealing the top 5 countries where you can retire stress-free, live comfortably, and even earn extra income. Stick around, because you won't believe how easy it is to make this dream a reality. Before we dive in, let me ask you this. What if I told you that in some of these countries, you can live on as little as $700 a month, or that you could own a beachfront property for less than $100,000? Oh, and did I mention no visa hassles? Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll be ready to pack your bags. Country 1, Tanzania. First up, Tanzania. Imagine waking up to the sight of Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa, or witnessing the Great Migration in the Serengeti, where millions of wildebeest and zebras roam freely. Tanzania isn't just a safari destination. It's a place where you can live your dream life without breaking the bank. Here's the kicker. Tanzania offers visa-free entry for 90 days for citizens of many countries, including the US. That means you can explore this stunning country without worrying about complicated paperwork. And if you fall in love with Tanzania, which you will, you can convert your tourist visa into permanent residency in just 4 to 6 weeks. How? Tanzania offers two main residency options: Residence Permit Class B for investors, Residence Permit Class C for retirees. All you need is proof of a stable income of $1,000 to $1,500 per month, and you're good to go. No massive investments, no complex documents, just a straightforward process that lets you call Tanzania home. Now, let's talk about the cost of living. Tanzania is one of the most affordable countries in East Africa. You can live comfortably on just $700 to $1,100 a month, including rent, food, and utilities. Housing. In cities like Dar es Salaam, Arusha, or Zanzibar, you can rent a decent apartment for $300 to $500 a month. Want something more luxurious? A beachfront villa in Zanzibar might cost you around $800 to $1,000 a month. Food. Local markets are filled with fresh produce, seafood, and spices. A meal at a local restaurant costs as little as $2 to $5, while dining at a mid-range restaurant might set you back $10 to $15. Transportation. Public transport is cheap, with bus fares starting at 50 cents. If you prefer driving, you can buy a used car for $5,000 to $10,000. But Tanzania isn't just about affordable living. It's also a land of opportunity. Real estate. As a permanent resident, you can own property through 99-year leases, which is perfect for long-term investment. A beachfront plot in Zanzibar can cost as little as $20,000, while a modern apartment in Dar es Salaam might go for $50,000 to $80,000. Business opportunities. Tanzania's government is actively encouraging foreign investment, especially in tourism, agriculture, and renewable energy. Starting a business here costs as little as $500, and the paperwork can be completed in just 2 to 4 weeks. Now, let's talk about healthcare. While Tanzania's healthcare system isn't the most advanced, it's more than sufficient for basic needs. In major cities like Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar, you'll find clinics and hospitals with English-speaking staff. A doctor's visit costs $20 to $50, and health insurance packages start at just $300 to $500 per year. But what really sets Tanzania apart is its culture and community. With over 120 ethnic groups, Tanzania is a melting pot of traditions and languages. Swahili and English are the official languages, so communication is easy for English speakers. Tanzanians are known for their warmth and hospitality, especially toward Black expats. And let's not forget about safety. Tanzania is one of the most politically stable countries in Africa, with low crime rates in expat-friendly areas. Whether you're exploring the bustling streets of Dar es Salaam or relaxing on the beaches of Zanzibar, you'll feel safe and welcome. So, if you've ever dreamed of living in Africa, surrounded by stunning landscapes, rich culture, and endless opportunities, Tanzania might just be your perfect match. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to call home. Country 2, Ecuador, the hidden gem of South America. Next, let's head to Ecuador. This country is a nature lover's paradise, offering everything from the lush Amazon rainforest to the snow-capped Andes Mountains and the legendary Galapagos Islands. But here's the real kicker. Ecuador isn't just a vacation destination. It's one of the best places in the world to retire, thanks to its Pensionado Visa program. Here's how it works. If you have a stable income of just $800 a month from a pension or other sources, you can qualify for permanent residency almost immediately. Yes, you heard that right, $800 a month. And the process is incredibly simple, taking just 4 to 8 weeks to complete. But that's not all. Once you're a resident, you'll enjoy a host of benefits, including the ability to own property and open bank accounts, access to discounts on healthcare, transportation, and even cultural activities, the option to apply for citizenship after just 21 months of continuous residency. Now, let's talk about the cost of living, because this is where Ecuador really shines. You can live comfortably on just $900 to $1,100 a month, and here's how that breaks down. Housing. In popular cities like Quito, Cuenca, or Loja, you can rent a fully furnished apartment for $300 to $500 a month. Prefer something more luxurious? A modern condo in the city center might cost you $600 to $800 a month. Food. Ecuador is a food lover's dream. Local markets are brimming with fresh produce, and a meal at a local restaurant costs as little as $2 to $3. If you prefer cooking at home, groceries are incredibly affordable. Think $150 to $200 a month for a couple. Transportation. Public transport is cheap and efficient. A bus ride costs just 25 cents, and a taxi ride across town might set you back $3 to $5. But what really sets Ecuador apart is its healthcare system. It's one of the best in South America, with modern hospitals and clinics in major cities like Quito and Guayaquil. A doctor's visit costs just $20 to $40, and comprehensive health insurance is around $70 to $100 a month. Plus, seniors enjoy up to 50% discounts on healthcare services, making it even more affordable. And let's not forget about culture and community. Ecuador is a vibrant blend of indigenous traditions and Spanish influence, creating a warm and welcoming environment for expats. Spanish is the official language, but English is widely spoken in expat communities, especially in cities like Cuenca, which is a hotspot for retirees. Safety is another big plus. Cities like Cuenca and Loja have low crime rates, and the Ecuadorian government has implemented strong security measures to protect both locals and foreigners. You can explore bustling markets, hike through the Andes, or relax on the Pacific coast without worrying about your safety. Now, if you're thinking about investing, Ecuador has plenty to offer. The government provides tax incentives for sectors like tourism, agriculture, and renewable energy. You can buy a modern apartment in Quito or Cuenca for $50,000 to $80,000, or invest in a beachfront property for as little as $100,000. And here's the best part. Ecuador has no inheritance tax, so you can pass on your assets to your loved ones without worrying about hefty taxes. Ecuador is basically saying, come retire here, and we'll take care of everything. From its affordable living costs and top-notch healthcare, to its stunning landscapes and welcoming culture, Ecuador is a hidden gem that's perfect for middle-aged and senior expats looking for a stress-free retirement. So if you're ready to trade the hustle and bustle of city life for the serene beauty of the Andes or the tropical charm of the coast, Ecuador might just be your dream destination. Country 3, Belize, the Caribbean dream. Now, let's talk about Belize. Imagine waking up to the sound of waves gently crashing on pristine beaches, surrounded by lush jungles and vibrant coral reefs. Belize is not just a vacation destination, it's a place where you can live your dream life. And the best part? English is the official language, so there are no language barriers to worry about. Here's how easy it is to get started. Belize offers 30-day visa-free entry for U.S. citizens and many other nationalities. If you fall in love with the country, and trust me, you will, extending your stay is a breeze. But if you're ready to make Belize your permanent home, their Qualified Retired Persons QRP program is a game changer. With just $2,000 a month in pension income, you can qualify for permanent residency in just 4 to 6 weeks. And here's the cherry on top. As a retiree in Belize, you'll pay zero income tax, property tax, or inheritance tax. That's right, Belize is basically saying, come enjoy your retirement and keep all your hard-earned money. Now, let's dive into the cost of living, because Belize is paradise on a budget. You can live comfortably on $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and here's how that breaks down. Housing. In coastal towns like San Pedro, Placencia, or Caicócar, you can rent a beachfront apartment for $500 to $700 a month. Want something more luxurious? A modern condo with ocean views might cost you $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Food. Belize is a food lover's paradise. Fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and local dishes like rice and beans or fry jacks are staples. A meal at a local restaurant costs $5 to $10, while groceries for a couple might run you $200 to $300 a month. Transportation. Getting around is easy and affordable. A short taxi ride costs $5 to $10, and if you prefer to drive, you can buy a used car for $8,000 to $12,000. But Belize isn't just about affordable living, it's also a land of opportunity. Real estate. As a permanent resident, you can own property outright, with no restrictions. A beachfront lot might cost $50,000 to $100,000, while a cozy home in a quieter area could be as low as $80,000. Business opportunities. Belize is a hotspot for ecotourism, fishing, and agriculture. Starting a business here is straightforward, and the government offers incentives for foreign investors. Now, let's talk about healthcare. While Belize's healthcare system isn't as advanced as some countries, it's more than sufficient for basic needs. In cities like Belize City, San Ignacio, and Corozal, you'll find clinics and hospitals with English-speaking staff. A doctor's visit costs $25 to $50, and health insurance is incredibly affordable at $50 to $80 a month. What really sets Belize apart is its culture and community. Belize is a melting pot of cultures, creating a warm and welcoming environment for expats. The locals are friendly and laid back, and you'll quickly feel at home. And let's not forget about safety. While Belize has its share of challenges, expat-friendly areas like Ambergris Caye, Placencia, and Cayo are considered safe and welcoming. Plus, the government is actively working to improve security for both locals and foreigners. But here's the real kicker. Belize is a tax haven. As a retiree, you'll enjoy no income tax on foreign-earned income, no capital gains tax on investments, no inheritance tax for your heirs. So if you're dreaming of a life where every day feels like a vacation, with white sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and a laid-back lifestyle, Belize might just be your perfect match. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to call home. Country 4, Namibia, the African oasis. Ever dreamed of living in Africa but worried about safety and costs? Namibia is here to change your mind. This stunning country, with its endless deserts, dramatic coastlines, and abundant wildlife, is a hidden gem that offers an incredible quality of life at an affordable price. Here's the best part. Namibia offers visa-free entry for 90 days for US citizens and many other nationalities, giving you plenty of time to explore and fall in love with the country. And if you decide to stay, their retirement residency program is one of the most straightforward in Africa. With just $1,000 to $1,500 a month in stable income, you can qualify for permanent residency in just 4 to 6 weeks. No complicated paperwork, no massive investments, just a simple process that lets you call Namibia home. Now, let's talk about the cost of living, because Namibia is ridiculously affordable. You can live comfortably on $800 to $1,200 a month, and here's how that breaks down. Housing. In cities like Windhoek, Swakopmund, or Walvis Bay, you can rent a fully furnished apartment for $400 to $600 a month. Want something more spacious? A modern house in a quiet neighborhood might cost you $700 to $1,000 a month. Food. Namibia's markets are filled with fresh produce, meat, and seafood. A meal at a local restaurant costs $5 to $10, while groceries for a couple might run you $150 to $200 a month. Transportation. Public transport is affordable, with bus fares starting at $1. If you prefer driving, you can buy a used car for $5,000 to $10,000, and fuel costs are relatively low. But Namibia isn't just about affordable living, it's also a land of opportunity. Real estate. As a permanent resident, you can own property outright with no restrictions. A modern apartment in Windhoek might cost $60,000 to $100,000, while a plot of land in a scenic area could be as low as $20,000. Business opportunities. Namibia's economy is growing, with opportunities in tourism, mining, and renewable energy. The government offers tax incentives for foreign investors, making it an attractive place to start a business. Now let's talk about healthcare. Namibia's healthcare system is one of the best in Africa, with modern hospitals and clinics in major cities. A doctor's visit costs $30 to $50, and comprehensive health insurance is just $50 to $70 a month. Plus, many doctors are trained in the US or Europe, so you'll feel confident in the quality of care. What really sets Namibia apart is its natural beauty and safety. From the iconic red dunes of the Namib Desert to the wildlife-rich Etosha National Park, Namibia is a paradise for nature lovers. And despite being in Africa, Namibia is one of the safest countries on the continent. with low crime rates and a stable political environment. The locals are known for their warmth and hospitality, and English is the official language, making it easy for expats to integrate. Whether you're exploring the bustling streets of Windhoek or relaxing in the coastal town of Swakopmund, you'll feel welcome and at home. And here's the kicker. Namibia offers tax benefits for retirees. As a permanent resident, you'll enjoy no inheritance tax on assets left to your heirs, no foreign property tax on investments. So if you're looking for a place that combines adventure, tranquility, and affordability, Namibia might just be your perfect match. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to call home. Country 5, Seychelles, the Indian Ocean paradise. Last but definitely not least, Seychelles. Picture this: crystal clear turquoise waters, powdery white sandy beaches, and lush tropical greenery as far as the eye can see. Seychelles isn't just a postcard-perfect destination. It's a place where you can live your dream life in paradise. Here's the best part. Seychelles offers visa-free entry for 3 months for US citizens and many other nationalities, giving you plenty of time to explore its 115 stunning islands. And if you decide to stay, which you probably will, their permanent residency program is one of the most straightforward in the world. With a $150,000 investment in real estate or a local business, along with proof of a stable income of $1,500 to $2,000 per month, you can call this paradise home. And here's the cherry on top. Seychelles has no income tax and no inheritance tax. That's right, your retirement savings and assets are completely safe here. Now, let's talk about the cost of living. While Seychelles is more expensive than the other countries on this list, it's still surprisingly affordable for a luxury destination. You can live comfortably on $1,500 to $1,800 a month, and here's how that breaks down. Housing. On the main islands like Mahé and Praslin, you can rent a well-furnished apartment for $600 to $800 a month. If you prefer something more luxurious, a beachfront villa might cost you $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Food. Local markets are filled with fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and spices. A meal at a local restaurant costs $10 to $15, while groceries for a couple might run you $200 to $300 a month. Transportation. Public transport is affordable, with bus fares starting at 50 cents. If you prefer driving, you can buy a used car for $8,000 to $12,000. But Seychelles isn't just about affordable living, it's also a land of opportunity. Real estate. As a permanent resident, you can own property outright, with no restrictions. A modern apartment in Mahé might cost $150,000 to $200,000, while a beachfront villa could go for $300,000 to $500,000. Business opportunities. Seychelles is a hotspot for tourism, fishing, and renewable energy. The government offers tax incentives for foreign investors, making it an attractive place to start a business. Now let's talk about healthcare. Seychelles has a highly rated healthcare system, with modern hospitals and clinics on the main islands of Mahé and Praslin. The best part? Healthcare is completely free for residents. If you want access to premium services, you can opt for private health insurance, which costs just $50 to $80 a month. What really sets Seychelles apart is its culture and community. The country is a unique blend of African, French, and British influences, creating a warm and welcoming environment for expats. English, French, and Creole are the official languages, so communication is easy for English speakers. And let's not forget about safety. Seychelles is one of the safest countries in Africa, with an almost non-existent crime rate. Whether you're exploring the bustling streets of Victoria or relaxing on the beaches of La Digue, you'll feel safe and secure. But here's the real kicker. Seychelles offers tax benefits for retirees. As a permanent resident, you'll enjoy no income tax on foreign earned income, no capital gains tax on investments, no inheritance tax for your heirs. So, if you're dreaming of a life where every day feels like a vacation, with white sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and a laid-back lifestyle, Seychelles might just be your perfect match. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to call home. So, which of these countries would you choose? Tanzania's wild beauty, Ecuador's affordable living, Belize's Caribbean charm, Namibia's African adventure, or Seychelles' tropical paradise? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're ready to take the leap, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on the best places to live and retire. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Imagine living in a place where homes, churches, and even hotels are built underground. Not because of war, but because it's the only way to survive. Sounds insane, right? But that's exactly how people live in Coober Pedy, Australia. A town where the temperature above ground can reach a scorching 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, but underground, it stays cool and comfortable. People don't just live here. They dig for some of the world's most valuable opals right under their homes. And if you want to play golf, you'll have to bring your own patch of grass. Sounds crazy? Well, welcome to Coober Pedy, where life is anything but normal. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets, survival hacks, and bizarre traditions of this mysterious underground town. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the world's strangest and most fascinating places. Today, we're heading to Coober Pedy, a tiny town in the middle of Australia's vast, scorching desert. Known as the opal capital of the world, this town doesn't just produce some of the most dazzling gemstones on the planet, it also hides an underground city where people eat, sleep, and even pray beneath the surface. But why would anyone choose to live underground? And what secrets lie beneath this desert town? Stick around, because what you're about to see will blow your mind. Coober Pedy, the underground town that defies nature. Deep in the heart of Australia's outback, about 850 kilometers, 528 miles north of Adelaide, lies a town so surreal that it looks like a post-apocalyptic settlement rather than a real place. Its name, Coober Pedy, derived from the Aboriginal phrase Coober Pedy, meaning white man's hole, a perfect description of its unusual underground lifestyle. At first glance, Coober Pedy is a barren wasteland, with a landscape that seems straight out of a sci-fi movie. The ground is dotted with thousands of tiny mounds of dirt, each marking a mining hole leading deep underground. There's no greenery, no rivers, and barely any signs of life under the scorching Australian sun. So why would anyone choose to live here? The answer is hidden beneath the surface. A land of extreme conditions. Coober Pedy is not just hot, it's one of the hottest inhabited places on Earth. In summer, temperatures can skyrocket to a staggering 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, making it almost impossible to survive above ground. The heat is so intense that exposed objects can become burning hot within minutes. Some say you can even fry an egg on the pavement. But as soon as the sun sets, the desert turns into an icy wasteland, with temperatures sometimes dropping below 0 degrees Celsius, 32 worse. The drastic temperature swings make it one of the most inhospitable places for human life. No rivers, no lakes, and no natural water sources exist here. Water has to be trucked in from over 20 miles, 32 kilometers away, and it's so scarce that locals have learned to ration every drop. A simple mistake like leaving the tap running can be a costly error in this town. So, how do people survive? Life beneath the earth, the hidden underground city. The secret to survival in Coober Pedy? Going underground. Since early settlers realized that living above ground was unbearable, they started carving homes, churches, and even hotels deep into the soft sandstone hills. Why? Because underground, the temperature stays at a perfect 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees year-round, no matter how hot or cold it gets outside. These homes, called dugouts, are not just cooler, but also quieter and completely immune to desert storms. But this isn't just about homes. Coober Pedy is an entire hidden city beneath the earth. Underground churches, where people pray inside sandstone cathedrals. Underground restaurants and bars, where locals enjoy a drink without melting in the heat. Underground hotels, offering tourists a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Even an underground bookstore and art gallery. Imagine waking up in complete silence, with no street noise, no honking cars, no blazing sun, just a cool, peaceful cave home. Some residents say they haven't used air conditioning in decades. Would you live in an underground house if it meant escaping extreme heat? Comment yes, I'd try, or no way. The Opal Rush, why people stay in Coober Pedy. Coober Pedy might seem like the last place on earth you'd want to live, but there's one thing that keeps people here. Opals. This tiny town produces over 70% of the world's opals, making it the opal capital of the world. And here's the wild part. Some miners literally sleep above their own mines, hoping to find precious gems right beneath their beds. Opal mining is tough, dangerous work. Cave-ins, toxic dust, and unstable tunnels are all serious risks. But for those who strike it rich, one discovery could be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. Fun fact, some locals even say that fortune seekers have entered Coober Pedy and never been seen again, disappearing into the tunnels, either by accident or for more mysterious reasons. Would you try your luck mining for opals in Coober Pedy? Comment Opal Rush if you would. A golf course with no grass? If Coober Pedy wasn't strange enough, it also has one of the weirdest golf courses in the world, with no grass at all. Instead of green fairways, players tee off on barren desert sand. And instead of carrying clubs and balls, they bring their own piece of artificial turf to hit from. Why? Because the scorching heat would instantly kill any real grass, and watering it would be insanely expensive. Despite its bizarre appearance, the Coober Pedy golf course is so unique that it's officially affiliated with the famous St. Andrew's Golf Club in Scotland. Would you try golfing in a place where the green is just dirt? Comment desert golf if you would. Coober Pedy's future. Will this town survive? As climate change pushes global temperatures higher, some scientists believe that Coober Pedy's underground living style could be the blueprint for future cities, especially in desert regions. In fact, NASA has even studied Coober Pedy as a model for future Mars colonization. If humans can survive here, they might just survive on the red planet. But with opal mining declining and water becoming more scarce, will Coober Pedy disappear into the desert, or will it become a model for the future? What do you think? Will Coober Pedy survive, or is its time running out? Let's discuss in the comments. The town's origins, a treasure hidden for millions of years. The story of Coober Pedy's opal boom began in 1917 when a group of gold prospectors, led by Jim Hutchison, ventured into the harsh Australian outback in search of water. Little did they know, their biggest discovery wouldn't be gold or even water. It would come from an unexpected source, Jim's 14-year-old son, Willie Hutchison. Lost and wandering through the sun-scorched desert, Willie stumbled upon something glittering in the rugged terrain. What he found wasn't just a handful of ordinary stones, it was a deposit of opals shimmering with vibrant colors under the outback sun. That moment changed everything. What started as an accident soon ignited one of the greatest opal rushes in history. The Great Opal Rush, a town built on fortune hunters. News of Willie's discovery spread like wildfire, attracting miners, adventurers, and dreamers from around the world. People from Greece, Italy, Germany, Serbia, and beyond poured into Coober Pedy, hoping to unearth their own fortune. Within just a few years, the town exploded into a mining hub, with tunnels snaking beneath the desert floor, as miners carved out both their homes and their livelihoods. Some struck it rich, others lost everything. But for every miner who gave up, another arrived, convinced that just one more dig could change their life forever. Even today, Coober Pedy produces more than 70% of the world's opals, earning its title as the opal capital of the world. But why is Coober Pedy so rich in opals? The answer takes us back over 100 million years. A prehistoric ocean beneath the desert. It's hard to imagine now, but millions of years ago, Coober Pedy wasn't a dry, lifeless desert. It was covered by a vast inland sea, teeming with marine life. Over time, as the waters receded, minerals seeped into cracks in the ancient seabed, slowly crystallizing over millions of years. What remained was an incredible natural wonder: the brilliant, rainbow-colored opals hidden deep within the rock. That means every opal mined in Coober Pedy is a 100-million-year-old piece of Earth's history. But to the indigenous Aboriginal people, opals are much more than just gemstones. The Aboriginal legend of the rainbow serpent. Long before opal miners arrived, the indigenous Aboriginal people had their own explanation for these shimmering stones. According to legend, a mighty rainbow serpent once descended from the sky, slithering across the land. As it touched the earth, it left behind glowing stones that carried the colors of the rainbow. These gems, believed to be a sacred gift from the gods, symbolize peace, harmony, and a deep connection to the spiritual world. Even today, many Aboriginal communities see opals as more than just valuable minerals. They represent a bond between the land and the heavens, a town built on dreams and determination. Whether viewed as a scientific wonder, a miner's treasure, or a sacred symbol, opals have shaped the very foundation of Coober Pedy. This town was built on hope, hard work, and a willingness to risk everything for a chance at fortune. Even now, some miners literally sleep above their own mines, hoping that their next dig will reveal a fortune buried beneath their feet. Would you take a chance and mine for opals in Coober Pedy? Comment "Opal Rush" if you would, or "Too risky" if you wouldn't. And if you thought Coober Pedy was strange already, wait until you hear about the underground world hidden beneath its surface. Stay tuned. Underground homes. At first glance, Coober Pedy may look like a barren ghost town, with very few houses or buildings on the surface. But hidden beneath the rocky desert, an entire subterranean city exists. The town is home to about 3,000 people, most of whom live in underground dwellings known as dugouts, a brilliant adaptation to the extreme desert climate. These homes are dug at least 4 meters, 13 feet below ground, providing natural insulation against the blistering heat of summer and the frigid nights of winter. Unlike traditional surface homes that require air conditioning or heating to maintain a comfortable temperature, dugouts remain naturally cool at around 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees year-round. This unique feature not only ensures a more comfortable lifestyle, but also significantly reduces energy costs, making it an eco-friendly and economical housing solution. The affordability of underground homes is another huge advantage. A 3-bedroom dugout in Coober Pedy can cost as little as $30,000, whereas a similar home in Adelaide might set you back $600,000 or more. For those who don't mind a little digging, it's even possible to expand your home for free. Just grab a pickaxe and start carving out another room from the sandstone walls. Despite being underground, these homes are anything but dark and dreary. Many have electric lighting, ventilation shafts, and even skylights to bring in natural light. Some dugouts are incredibly spacious, with multiple rooms, modern kitchens, and stylish living areas, proving that living underground doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. Would you like to own an underground home? Comment 1 for yes and 0 for no. Life underground. If you think underground homes are just small, dark shelters, think again. Life beneath the surface of Coober Pedy is surprisingly comfortable, stylish, and even luxurious. Many residents have transformed their dugouts into fully equipped modern homes, complete with swimming pools, entertainment rooms, bars, and even spas. Because Coober Pedy's soft sandstone is easy to carve, expanding your home is a simple process. If you need a new bedroom or a larger living space, just dig a little deeper. Some families have spent years gradually expanding their homes, turning them into sprawling underground mansions. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Some homeowners have struck it rich while digging. Since Coober Pedy sits on one of the world's largest opal deposits, it's not uncommon for residents to discover valuable opals right beneath their homes. In some cases, people have unearthed opals worth nearly $1 million while simply expanding their living space. Imagine finding a fortune while renovating your house. Beyond private homes, the underground lifestyle extends to the entire community. Coober Pedy has underground churches, hotels, shops, museums, and even a bar where locals and tourists can escape the relentless heat above. One of the town's most famous underground attractions is the Serbian Orthodox Church, a breathtaking chapel carved directly into the sandstone, featuring intricate carvings and religious murals. Would you ever consider living in an underground town? Drop a comment below and let us know. Underground churches. Coober Pedy doesn't just have underground homes, it also has underground churches, offering residents a peaceful sanctuary from the harsh desert environment. These remarkable places of worship are carved deep into the sandstone, providing cool, quiet, and beautifully designed interiors. One of the most famous is the Serbian Orthodox Church, an architectural masterpiece built in 1993. With its arched ceilings, intricate carvings, and religious murals, this underground church feels like stepping into an ancient European cathedral, except it's hidden beneath the outback. The walls are adorned with hand-carved religious symbols, and the dim lighting creates an ethereal, almost mystical atmosphere. Coober Pedy is also home to other underground churches, including St. Peter and St. Paul Catholic Church, one of the town's oldest, offering a quiet place for prayer and reflection. The underground Anglican Church, a simple yet beautiful place of worship where locals gather for weekly services. Each of these churches provides a unique experience, blending spirituality with Coober Pedy's fascinating underground lifestyle. Attending a service here is unlike anything you'd experience in a traditional church. It's cool, calm, and filled with a sense of serenity that only an underground setting can provide. Would you attend a service in an underground church? Let us know in the comments. Underground Museum. If you want to step back in time and uncover the incredible history of Coober Pedy, the Old Timers Mine Museum is a must-visit attraction. This underground museum takes visitors on a journey through the town's opal mining past, offering a rare glimpse into how early miners lived and worked. Originally dug in 1916, the mine was later abandoned until it was rediscovered decades later and transformed into a museum. Walking through its narrow tunnels, you'll see century-old mining tools, authentic opal seams still embedded in the walls, and even a recreated underground home showing how miners lived in the early 1900s. The museum is also home to a treasure trove of opals, some of which are priceless gems that showcase the town's rich mining heritage. If you're looking for a one-of-a-kind souvenir, you can even purchase opal jewelry at the museum's gift shop. Visitors can also try their hand at noodling, a mining technique where you search through discarded rock piles for opals. Who knows, you might just find your own hidden treasure. If you ever visit Coober Pedy, would you explore this underground museum? Let us know in the comments. The Grassless Golf Course, a golfer's desert challenge. Imagine playing golf without a single blade of grass. Welcome to Coober Pedy's unusual golf course, one of the most unique in the world. Nestled in the harsh, rocky outback, this course is unlike any other. Instead of smooth, green fairways, the ground is covered in hard-packed sand, gravel, and barren rock formations. The intense desert heat makes daytime golfing nearly impossible, so most games are played at night under the stars, using glow-in-the-dark balls for visibility. Since there's no natural grass, golfers must carry a small piece of artificial turf to place their ball on before each shot. And forget about lush greens. Here, the putting surface consists of oiled sand, which is carefully smoothed out before every putt. Despite its unconventional design, Coober Pedy's golf course is officially recognized by Golf Australia, and it even has an unusual partnership with the famous St Andrews Golf Club in Scotland. Members of Coober Pedy's golf club get honorary membership at St Andrews, the birthplace of golf. This course might not be for everyone, but it offers a one-of-a-kind golfing experience that pushes the limits of creativity and endurance. Would you dare to take on this grassless golf challenge? Let us know in the comments. Would you dare to take on this grassless golf challenge? Let us know in the comments. The town's name and movie fame, a Hollywood-worthy landscape. Coober Pedy's name is as unique as its landscape. It comes from the Aboriginal phrase, Coober Pedy, which roughly translates to white man's hole, a reference to the town's underground dwellings and opal mining. With its barren red terrain, scorching temperatures, and surreal underground lifestyle, Coober Pedy often looks more like Mars than Earth. That's why it has been a popular filming location for some of Hollywood's most iconic sci-fi and adventure films. Here are some famous movies that were filmed in Coober Pedy. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, 1985, starring Mel Gibson and Tina Turner. This post-apocalyptic classic used Coober Pedy's rugged, dusty landscapes to create a dystopian world. Pitch Black, 2000. This sci-fi thriller featuring Vin Diesel took advantage of the town's alien-like terrain to depict a distant, dangerous planet. Red Planet, 2000. The film's Mars-like scenery wasn't CGI. Coober Pedy's real-life landscapes provided the perfect extraterrestrial backdrop. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, 1994. This beloved Australian film captured the quirky, outback charm of Coober Pedy and helped cement its place in pop culture. Even today, Coober Pedy continues to attract filmmakers, photographers, and adventurers looking for a setting that feels out of this world. With such a legendary reputation, it's no wonder Coober Pedy is one of Australia's most fascinating and cinematic destinations. Would you visit Coober Pedy just to see its real-life movie sets? Let us know in the comments. Water shortage issues, the price of survival in the desert. Water is more valuable than gold in Coober Pedy. Unlike other towns, where water flows freely from rivers or reservoirs, this remote outback settlement must rely on one of the driest water sources in the world, the Great Artesian Basin. This massive underground water system stretches across 1.7 million square kilometers, 656,000 square miles, but extracting water from deep below the surface is no easy task. The town's water supply is pumped from underground boreholes 25 kilometers, 15.5 miles away, then filtered and treated before reaching residents. But here's the catch. Water isn't free. Because of the high costs of extraction, treatment, and transportation, locals must pay for every drop. 1,000 liters, 264 gallons, costs around $5, making it significantly more expensive than in Australia's major cities. To conserve water, people in Coober Pedy reuse as much as possible, and many businesses operate without running water to cut costs. Even the famous underground homes help by keeping indoor temperatures stable, reducing the need for water-intensive cooling systems. Imagine having to limit your showers, skip watering plants, and plan every single drop of water you use. Could you survive in such extreme conditions? Let us know in the comments. Finding these facts interesting? But we're only halfway through. Stay with me to uncover more strange and fascinating things about Coober Pedy. So, we've just explored Coober Pedy, the incredible underground town hidden in Australia's desert. From underground homes to grassless golf courses, this place is truly like another world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our next adventures. Would you visit Coober Pedy? Comment 1 for yes and 0 for no. Thank you for watching, and see you on our next journey. Do you know why Coober Pedy's residents live underground? The answer will surprise you. A grassless golf course, would you dare to play here? How were million-dollar opals discovered? Let's find out. In our next video, we'll explore another town with equally mind-blowing secrets. Can you guess where it is?